Hey everybody, welcome back to Tim Travels. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Season's greetings. Man, I got problems. So I dropped Paul off near his home in Kentucky the other day, and then I had a load that I had to finish up and take to Aberdeen, Maryland. And this place that I went, if I never go there again, it'll probably be too soon. The load paid okay, but anyway. So Aberdeen, just a little bit about Aberdeen, Maryland. Aberdeen, Maryland is in Harford County, Maryland, not Hartford, Harford. It's the city is named after Aberdeen, South Dakota. No, it's not. It's probably named after Aberdeen in Scotland. But it's the ancestral home of one of the greatest baseball players ever, one of the best Oriole baseball players ever. I'm talking, of course, about Billy Ripken. And his brother Cal also played some ball. No, actually, I am talking about Cal. And by the way, I say Cal because if you ever lived in Maryland or are an Orioles fan or maybe South Central PA, when somebody says Cal, it's like saying Michael in Chicago. Like if you say Michael in Chicago, at least back when I lived in that area in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, everybody knows you're talking about Jordan. Well, it's still that way in Maryland. If you say Cal, pretty much everybody knows you're talking about Cal Ripken Jr. Revolutionized the position of shortstop. He was the first really tall dude to play shortstop at a very high level. I think Cal's about 6'4". And, he led the way for people like, Alex Rodriguez and the captain Derek Jeter. I mean, those guys are also tall. And, he was, he's known as the Iron Man, but he didn't just play a lot of games. He played a lot of really good baseball. He has over 3,000 hits. Over 400 home runs, so he could bring it when he needed to, and he's first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he was won a World Series with the Orioles. That's how long ago he played, right? I think that was at 83 World Series. Anyway, so enough about Aberdeen. So I was gonna just take this load and then go home, right? But then I was like, well, I had an 1800 drop off, and it was a live unload. So you know how that can go, right? Park, we'll call you, we'll put you at a door. About 7 hours later, we'll start banging around in your trailer and then call you in at some point. So I do that. I do get in the door, but I in my mind I was like, well, I might not make it home tonight, even though I don't live that far from Aberdeen, because I thought, kind of rightly so, that my 14-hour clock might be running out. So anyway, I get there. They're they exactly what I said. Parked, got a door. They start banging around, take the papers, put them in a mailbox, So then I get a call. They're like, yeah, we're done with you. Come up here and get the papers. So I walked up there and the papers weren't there. They're like, no, you got to drive up here. I'm like, okay. Oh, and by the way, there's 126 cases of product we're leaving on your truck because it's the wrong product. It's rejected. And when I say product, what I'm really talking about are Hot Pockets. So I didn't know until just last night that there's a difference between sliced beef and cheddar Hot Pockets and beef and cheddar Hot Pockets. Because candidly, I didn't even know that they still sold Hot Pockets. I guess the FDA has approved them for human consumption or something, and so they're, they go to grocery stores. So apparently my ignorance about the difference between those two types of Hot Pockets is also shared by the people that loaded the trailer. So if you've done OS&D, you got to call in your claim. And I actually had two claims. One, because I had 126 cases of Hot Pockets they didn't want, sliced beef and cheddar. And I had 126 cases of Hot Pockets they did want, beef and cheddar, missing. So really kind of two claims in one, right? So I call in, I get the claim number, I get all that information, I send the paperwork in, I climb in my minus 10 degree trailer, take pictures of the stock, the product ID stuff. And so they're like, well, we're going to have to call the shipper. We're going to have to get off. And by the way, the shipper is not, it's a 3PL company. So third party logistics. So it's like, it's not the company that makes the stuff. It's the company that just gets the stuff and loads your trailer. So they had to call like the manufacturer and say, what do you want to do with this? And of course, I can't get the product. You can't do anything with the product. So I go to a rest area on 95. I go to sleep. But I should tell you that because I knew I was probably going to be late, I said to my fleet manager, I said, hey, I said, I just want to be home by noon on the 24th. Do you have anything short but lucrative? And candidly, that's every load that I want. I want it to be short but lucrative. This time of year, though, and especially in the mid-Atlantic / Northeast, there's a lot of short but lucrative loads. So he meets my expectations. He exceeds my expectations. He gets me a load out of southern New Jersey, which is maybe it's like 80 mile. It was like an 80 mile deadhead. And it was only going over to Greencastle, PA, which is not far from where I live. But the beauty of it was that I was going to be able to pick it up at 10 o'clock this morning, but not have to deliver it, even though it's only like 120, 130 miles away from the 01 to the 90. But I didn't have to deliver it till tomorrow morning at 09. So I was like, okay, I'll get done here. I'll go find a place to take a 10, go over at 10 o'clock in the morning, over to Jersey, get the load, and then just go home. And then in the morning, get up a little bit early, not a lot early, because it's not very far away at that point, because from my house to Greencastle is maybe, I don't know, 40 miles, something like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll go in the morning, take that over there, and bam, over $800 for that load. But of course, the shipper couldn't determine the difference between sliced beef and cheddar and just beef and cheddar. So I had to have that load, that lucrative short load, taken off me. And now it's after 4 o'clock, and I finally have found out that I could get rid of it, just get rid of it. Met up with some people that will, make sure that it gets into the hands of, I didn't just throw away 126 cases of Hot Pockets. I might not buy them, but I'm not going to throw them away, because you know how I feel about that. So they're going to a good cause. They went to a minister I know, met me, and took them all. So, by the way, I'm waiting for a washout. So now I've driven up to the plate. I'm up here at I'm up here at Blue Beacon for a washout in Carlisle, PA. And then I'm going to take this trailer and drop it in York, PA. So, and then I'll finally get to go home. I'll bobtail home. But geez, what a day. So anyway, I missed out on a really good load. Those people that can't load stuff correctly cost me, I mean, I'll get a little bit of extra pay for just the fact that I had to wait around for, 10 hours or 12 hours to find out where I was going to go with the product, but I'm not super happy about it. And I probably will put that place where I picked up on my no-go list, because yeah, I mean, it's not a place I go frequently anyway, but I just feel like they can find somebody else to take their stuff. So anyway, I'm not, it's just trucking. It happens, right? Just a little irksome. So I think that's about it for now. I am looking forward to the new year, and I got some ideas for some things that are going to happen, and I hope you'll be along for the ride. And anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all our subscribers and viewers. Appreciate everybody that comments. And it's been, if for some reason I think I probably will do another video this year, but if I don't, thanks for a great year, and I will see you on the other side of the new year. Have a Merry Christmas, like I said, and if you're on the road, be safe, whether it's in a car or one of these trucks. And for the people that are going to be out over the holiday, you are appreciated, because next week people want to go and buy toilet paper again, so or plastic bags to put all the wrapping paper in. So anyway, we will talk to you soon. Bye.